Thanks very much, Mike. Well, the Broadway strike marches on, as of this hour anyway, but there's still lots of great theater to see here in New York City.
Here with a look this morning at some of the best shows running off-Broadway is James Marino. He is from BroadwayStars.com. James, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we're starting out here with Altar Boys, which I've seen actually a couple of times. The last time I went, I took my 15-year-old cousin, and she loved it. It's basically a Christian boy band that in the whole show plays out like a real concert.
Exactly. You know, Altar Boys is a great concept of bringing, you know, the MTV generation to off-Broadway. And it's a lot of fun, and there's a story and great music combined to keep a lot of the audience interested. And hopefully we'll get some of this younger audience that's seeing Altar Boys back to see a lot more things on and off-Broadway.
Yeah, because it gets them started early, and then
exactly.
They sort of have a lifetime of Broadway shows.
Yeah.
So even once the strike for Broadway is settled, there might be a lasting positive impact for some of these other shows.
Well, you know, Broadway audiences have grown in the last 10 years phenomenally, and hopefully some of the spillover will have people come to see some off-Broadway shows, which are traditionally a little less expensive than Broadway shows, as people come to visit New York.
All right, here's another one, Gazillion Bubble Show. Tell us about that.
Well, Gazillion Bubble Show is a great way to start the family, the entire family, in to see a show early. You know, the other night I was over at the New World Stages where it's playing, and there's hundreds of kids coming out and having big smiles on their face. It's almost like Christmas every day for them. And, you know, hopefully those kids will grow up and see Altar Boys and then go on to see the other shows.
It looks a little magic show meets Cirque du Soleil light
exactly.
show.
You're exactly right.
Mix. Well, who among us hasn't seen Tony and Tina's Wedding, which is one of those interactive where you're actually in the reception hall, you're among the wedding guests for Tony and Tina's Wedding, and Awesome 80s Prom is sort of a take on that, right?
Well, Awesome 80s Prom is just great, getting that great music of the 1980s and wrapping a storyline around it that's set in a prom. And, you know,
do you actually dance at the prom?
You do. You can, you know, if you've seen the Donkey Show off-Broadway or, you know, things like that, it's a great way to be interactive with the show itself.
That's funny.
And it's a lot of fun.
We lived the 80s prom. I'm not sure. It might bring back memories.
Is that Huey Lewis I hear? Yes, it is. Do people come in 80s costumes?
You know, it's really great because people can come as they are after work, or there's a lot of bachelorette parties that show up there, and it's a great way
prom dress.
Exactly.
You've got one of those somewhere, right?
You can buy them on eBay.
Let's talk about My First Time, which draws on real life experiences that people posted online.
Exactly. My First Time started as an internet website. Two friends out in California asked people to submit their stories about their first time, and this has been cobbled together from 25,000 or 30,000.
Their first time what, James?
Well, you know.
No, I'm kidding. People know what we're talking about. Their first time what? At a drive-thru at McDonald's? What? So it sort of plays like Vagina Monologues, where the actors recreate the scenes.
Exactly. Well, you know, it's 4 actors, 2 males and 2 females, and they get up and they recount some of these scenes that were put together and cultivated.
Does that ever get combined with the 80s prom?
You know, I don't think that's legal.
That's a spin-off.
All right, thank you, James.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, Jay Marino, thank you. And you can go to BroadwayStars.com for more information on shows, off-Broadway, ticket information there as well, and a complete list of what you should see off-Broadway. Go to MyFoxNY.com, click on the Good Day tab.
It's 8:51, and when we come back, shopping from the comfort of your own home or your own cubicle, we've got the websites that'll help you save during the holidays.